guys. So, as a lot of you guys know, I am actually in the process of trying to work my way down to Texas to go take a little break from all my traveling and everything at my aunt's house. So, because I'm just kind of ready to get there, and because I've had a lot of issues going on over the last couple of weeks, and plus I'm having some issues with my Jeep right now, which happens to be the U-joints. So I need to have my U-joints replaced on my Jeep. I have decided to travel at nighttime. There's a few reasons why I've decided to travel at nighttime. First of all, like I just said, I'm ready to get to my aunt's house right now, so I'm trying to get there as quick as possible so I can just start this break that I need from all this traveling that I've been doing. But also, we all know down in the South right now, it is really hot with this summer heat. Especially in Texas. So Texas has a big, huge heat wave going on right now with the humidity, 100 and something degree temperatures. So I really don't want to be putting my Jeep through all that pressure of driving in the hot temperatures and the humidity that Texas has and everything. And then also, I feel like traveling at nighttime, not only with it just being cooler temps to travel at nighttime, I'm going to have less traffic too. So that'll be good. I won't have to be dealing with traffic. But the most important thing is the heat situation. So that's why I've decided to take these travels down to Texas, and I'm in Wyoming right now. So I'm going from Wyoming to Texas, and I'm going to do it all at night. I'm not used to driving at nighttime. Yeah, I'm not used to driving at nighttime at all. This is actually my second day right here. I'm actually stopped at a truck stop right now, because with me driving at night, obviously I can't make it to Texas in a straight drive. Like, I just can't. So I'm going to have to stop. So, meaning I'm going to have to stop during the daytime and sleep, and then get back on the road at night. So this is my first time stopping. I just drove, actually I think I just drove only 5 hours. So I left where I was at, and got on the road at 3:30 in the morning. Now let me let you guys know, I'm not used to being up late at night. I'm definitely not used to waking up at 2 in the morning. So it's already, I can already see this is a huge adjustment for me, having to switch my sleep schedule around to do this. Yeah, last night driving was difficult. Right now it is 6:30 in the morning. I'm stopped at a truck stop because now I have to wait for hotel rooms to open up, because it is really hot. And then also because I really wanted to make this drive very easy getting down to my aunt's house, my hard cases that I have on top of my Jeep, I actually have taken those hard cases down and put them inside of my Jeep. So it would just be a lot smoother ride getting to Texas. So now I can't sleep in my Jeep, because my hard cases are on top of my bed. So the hotels, you can't really check in until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out at a truck stop right now. And to be honest with you, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep because I'm not used to being up all night long and then sleeping during the day. So I tossed and turned a lot last night, and my head already just goes a mile a minute when I'm laying in bed. So yeah, so I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I drove as much as I could, which was only for about 5 hours, and now I have just had to stop. My plan is to try to drive until the heat starts hitting me, or until I just get tired and I can't drive anymore. So I have put the window coverings on my inside of my windows right now, and I'm just going to sit here and rest at this truck stop for a little bit until I can check into my crappy little hotel that I got, because I don't want to be spending a lot of money on hotels. And then hopefully I can get some sleep. I have some melatonin, and I'm just hoping to get back on the road tonight. I'm going to try to wake up by 11 or midnight and then get back on the road. But I'm just hoping that I can get some proper rest for tonight, because I didn't get a lot of proper rest last night. And then, yeah, see how this trip goes. So since I've been in Texas, excuse the bags under my eyes because I've barely been getting any sleep during the day to drive at night. But since I've been in Texas, they have a grasshopper cricket infestation here. Not even kidding. Look at this. Like they're even on the freaking gas pumps. I'm really hoping today's my last night of driving, and I have 5 hours more to make it to my aunt's. But that was a good sign, starting off with $11.11, all ones. So whenever I stop to use the bathroom or anything, I just top off my Jeep just to be on the safe side. But that was a good sign. But not only was that a good sign, but my speedometer just turned all the same numbers except for the first number, which is a 1. And then all the rest of the numbers just turned to 3s. I like to look at little signs like that, so I'm hoping that those are good signs saying that I'm going to make it to my aunt's house in 5 hours. Because I'm exhausted. This has killed me. I finally made it to my aunt's house. Oh my goodness, what a rough last couple of days. It was so rough. In the long run, I think I did the right decision by driving at nighttime, because this heat is crazy. So it was definitely a lot easier on me, my dog, and my Jeep, most importantly. Well, not most importantly, but it was definitely easier on my Jeep driving at nighttime. So yeah. And then there was no traffic. That was great. So that made the drive a lot better too, with the no traffic. But I think the hardest part for me was the sleeping. It was so difficult. Like, mind you guys, I've always had a problem with sleeping. Just period. I've always had a problem with sleeping. And like some of you guys know, I take edibles sometimes. And the edibles actually help me better to be able to go to sleep at nighttime. Because I can lay in my bed and my mind will just race and race and race and race. And the melatonin doesn't help. And I don't want to take sleeping pills. So yeah, the only thing that will really help me go to sleep will be edibles. Well, I abide by all laws because I don't want to wind up in jail one day and something happened to my dog or something. So when I'm going through these states where it's illegal, that marijuana is illegal, I don't take any edibles through the states with me. I don't like taking my chance because I'm not going to take the chance of me being arrested for having gummies and they take my dog to some animal shelter or something. You know, that's my biggest concern is my dog. So I have no edibles to help me go to sleep, basically. So trying to sleep during the day, and yes, I would have it dark in those hotel rooms and everything. I just couldn't do it. I was getting so irritated where I was just crying, because I knew I was going to have to get on the road. But I didn't want to get on the road with tired eyes and just no sleep. I mean, I literally I was a hot mess over these last couple of days. I literally laid down one of the days, and these hotel rooms actually were pretty nice. They were letting me check in early. One hotel room actually let me check in at 11 o'clock. So, when I checked in, I ate, I found some food, and ate, and then I laid down, and I kid you guys not, I was in the bed, like, by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, trying to go to sleep. I tossed and turned until, I think the last time I looked at my clock was 11:45. It was crazy. I mean, I just could not go to sleep, even though I was tired. So then that night, I had only gotten like 3 hours of sleep and then got on the road. And an hour into me driving, I knew I had made a big mistake, because I only had like 3 hours of sleep. So I knew that was a mistake. And I literally had to pull over at a rest stop and just wait for the sun to come up. So I didn't get a lot of miles in that night right there. But positive thing is when I got to the hotel room that day, I did get some better sleep. But it took me a while to go to sleep again. But that was the hardest thing, was just trying to adjust sleeping during the day and then driving at night. And this morning, last night, trying to get to my aunt's house, it was literally only a 5.5 hour drive, I think. And I didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday, again, before I got on the road. So, it was a tough little trek getting to my aunt's house. I had to keep pulling over, splashing water in my face. I don't drink energy drinks, so I had 2 cups of coffee because I didn't want to overdo myself on the coffee and be like this right here driving. But yeah, I think like my last hour getting here to my aunt's house was really, really rough. Very rough. But I knew I only had an hour, so I had to do it. So, positive things about driving at nighttime is, if it's hot, if it's the summertime, I would recommend it. It's a lot better on your vehicle to drive at nighttime when it's cooler. I mean, even here in Texas at nighttime, it's like in the high 80s. That's still a little warm there, but it's not like 105 degrees like it is during the day. But once the heat, once the sun starts rising and it starts getting later into the day, like right now, I just arrived at my aunt's house at 10:30, and I think at like 8:30, 8:45 this morning, it was already in the 90s. And it's already 100 degrees right now at 10:30 in the morning. So, I definitely noticed a difference when the heat started hitting with my coolant temperature. Mind you, I am in a Jeep that's lifted, with 37-inch tires. So obviously it's a little bit more stressful on my vehicle than it would be in a regular car. And then the traffic. No traffic whatsoever. That was great. I mean, it was just a smooth sailing ride. And then also, I think the highlight of me driving at nighttime was watching the sunrise. I'm never up early enough to watch the sunrise. And I got to see the sunrise every morning for the last... Yes, it took me 5 days to get here. But I had to keep stopping because that was my biggest issue, was the sleeping. So I think if I was to ever try this driving at nighttime again, I think 2 weeks prior before I start trying that out is when I need to start rearranging my sleep schedule, because that was the hardest part of driving at night. Definitely the hardest part. I have huge bags under my eyes right now because in the last 5 days, I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep. So, but if you can figure out that sleep schedule and get yourself on that schedule, then it's definitely worth driving at nighttime than during the day. But that's during the summertime. But also, you know, if you just don't want the traffic. If your route calls for mostly interstates, you know, where you're going, I would definitely travel that at nighttime, because interstates obviously are a lot busier during the day. But at nighttime, I just drove on some interstates and there was barely anybody there. So that was pretty nice. But thank goodness I'm at my aunt's house now. I'm going to try to stay up a little bit today because I need to get myself back on this nighttime schedule of sleeping. I should be able to sleep pretty good tonight. But yeah, that's my adventure of driving at night.